It's Tuesday, and we all know what that means. It is time once again for Pub Logic. Okay, we are once again going to start with our news story of the week. As you all know, I found this one. It's from Sky News. Once again, Stella has no idea. Fears super pigs could invade the US states, and it's not easy to eradicate them.
Super pigs.
Super pigs. The pigs are an intelligent and large breed, capable of tearing up land and devastating crops and wildlife. Hunting could make the problem even worse, so states are preparing in other ways. When I first read this, I was expecting like pigs on their hind legs. Like, they're concerned about these fucking pigs. So, experts in the US fear a rising number of super pigs that are proving tough to eradicate that could invade the northern states. A crossbreed combining Eurasian boar's survival skills with the size and fertility of domestic swine in Canada, the super pig is described as an ecological train wreck.
You've got raging super pigs and big hippos strolling around
Indeed,
the US. Oh, they must. For this many stories about animals like destroying the ecosystem in America and the amount of time they have to spend preparing for all this stuff, who's managing that? They've got to have some sort of like.
Maybe there's like a wildlife expert.
There's got to be what's it called?
Director of
Like
invasive.
You know how like at the SU they've got like
Working
commercial, they've got like commercial and this and that.
A team.
But it's not a team. They've got to have a group of people working on this.
They've got.
Right, the super pig.
It's me. Sky News has written this about me.
Snuffling boar.
Combines the boar's swat. I combine the boar's survival skills and the fertility of the Canadian swine. Professor Ryan Brooke, one of Canada's authorities on the issue. They've got authorities.
Department!
There we go.
They've got to have a department for this. That's it.
Authorities on the issue added that they were the most invasive animal on the planet, with the swine capable of spreading disease and devastating crops and wildlife.
What you said? Did you hear what you said? Have they got superpowers? I don't care if they're a crossbreed.
They're just super like clever.
Okay. Well, unless if we just can control the disease.
Well, so this person is saying, nobody should be surprised when the pigs start walking across the border, if they haven't already.
Biggie passport.
They just hold up a Percy pig. They're like, you have to like tick your breed. I'm 3/4 invasive species.
It's like, are you super or not?
I'm actually 3/4 fertile Canadian.
Only super pigs can cross the border.
Yep. The question is, what will be done about it? Northern states like Minnesota, North Dakota and Montana are taking steps to stop the invasion, but it isn't easy to control the spiralling population. The pigs are smart and furry, giving them an edge to survive Canadian winters, and they reproduce extremely quickly. I read that smart and funny when I first saw it.
But it's smart and funny. If they're funny, then you just let them take over.
But they're smart and they're funny, giving them an edge to reproduce. It's like a Hinge profile.
But they've got really good pick-up lines.
I honestly do sometimes wonder if this is pre-scripted, because that was incredible.
I wonder if it is. How can you wonder something you already know? Yes.
I don't know, maybe like imprint it in my brain. I don't know what to do. Lyrics. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short interval while I evaluate my life choices.
I would love to see a little pig in a red cape.
Spider pig. Spider pig.
Super pig.
Does what it? Yeah, but
Spider-Man doesn't have a cape.
Or you could have the entire Marvel cast and DC.
No, super pigs are exclusively super
Kryptonites.
pigs.
From Kryptonia.
No,
Krypton?
from Canada.
The superest of places.
Yeah.
I would love to see a pig in a cape. I think we should buy a pig.
This is only because you said you're a pig. I was gonna say, well, I know what to get you for Christmas. Only because you said it. You're
I'm
not
trotting into that one.
Oh, stop, you got me rolling like a pig in mud. But seriously, though, you're not a pig.
Thank you. Smell like a fat pig in the butcher.
I think we should get back on topic.
Let me just pick where to start.
I'm dribbling. It's not okay. I see now why people say women aren't funny. I don't even think any more needs to be said. I think we've been more interesting than that fucking article. Jesus Christ.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
We could get a job, you know.
I think we would. Sky News?
Oh, that was fantastic.
We're going to move into our next section, which is our story time from a pub incident.
It's actually quite funny. You'll see, it's not that related, but
It's funny. You'll see.
It's not that related, but it is a little bit. So basically, I really offended somebody at work today, and like I thought it was funny, but they didn't find it funny. Basically, we have like this list of shots, and you can get 5 for 20, and it's like especially cool shots and like mixes of various bits of alcohol. There's one called a crazy cow, and there were these two like tradies, and one of them was like, "Oh yeah, let's get a crazy cow," and the other one was like really unsure about it, and he was like, "Nah," and then he tried to get all funny. He was like, "I don't want a crazy cow in my mouth," and I went, "I'm sure you've had one before," and he was not very happy. He was really offended, and he went to bed.
Oh my god! Grow up!
He came back down, but he took like a bit of time.
I think he needed to have a look at himself in the mirror.
I know.
Maybe he went through and like looked at like headshots of all the people that he slept with.
He just confirmed it.
Yeah.
He was like, you don't know me. And then walked off, and I was like, just having a laugh and a joke.
Oh my god.
His mate was like, alright, yeah, I'll have one. And I was like, okay, great.
Give me a crazy cow.
Yeah, like just, sometimes I don't know when's too far.
That was not too far.
Like, especially.
Anybody else would have been like, ugh.
Yeah, because then later in the night, I was serving someone at this table, and they were like, oh, how big's your fish? And I said, take me to dinner first. And she found that funny. The whole table found it funny. This is the same kind of vibe. But, yeah, I just don't know when's too far.
Obviously very fragile, masculine-wise.
Yeah. But I do think nowadays, like, people in the workplace need to just calm down.
Mm.
Like, I saw this whole video about how the generation's just becoming like, why do we have to be so formal in an email to someone that sits near you in an office?
Mm.
Like, why can't you just be like, please can you do this? Like, why
Yeah.
do you put dear or hello or kind regards? It's like, nah.
So I don't email people anymore, I just WhatsApp them.
Yeah, like people
I like exclusively WhatsApp anybody who I have on it.
Yeah, I think we're just in a really weird day and age where I far agree with the Gen Zers.
We're going to move it into our Pub Logic section, for which this podcast is named for. This is a sweeping statement, and I saw it, and I'm curious about what you think. There are over 7 billion people on this planet, right? And nobody has superpowers.
They do. They 100% do.
Yeah.
If you think they don't,
Wrong.
you're naive and closed-minded.
Wrong.
Like 100%. Because I genuinely think if you have a superpower, you're gonna be taught how to hide it from such a young age. You could easily get away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you don't, dead.
But do you think if super people revealed themselves and were like, oh, I'm like Superman, oh, I'm like da-da-da, like proper super people, not like Batman kind of shit. Do you think that if they revealed themselves that people would be happy, or that people would just turn around and be like, why did you let this happen? Why did you let X amount of things happen? Why did you let these people die when you could have saved them?
I don't know, but I think super people would have a really big effect on religion.
Oh my god, yes.
Because Jesus was basically a superhero.
Jesus was a magician.
Yeah.
And that's about as much credit as I'll give him.
That's what I mean, like, I think it would have such a taint on religion because it basically is, like, seeing such a higher being and think like, exactly like you said, it's like, why would you let this happen? Why would you not have done this? That's probably why, if there are super people, they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, imagine it, even just government-wise, the amount of things that happen that we don't know about.
Yeah.
If there's someone cutting about with superpowers, imagine the stuff they're doing that the government doesn't know about.
Yeah. I saw another thing, and I thought of this when I was driving here, because the entire way that I drove here, so I have to drive through 6 sets of traffic lights when I come here, depending on which way I go. They were green every single one I hit. And that's the second time that's happened to me.
Ever?
No, on the way here in the last 2 days.
Oh. That's a really vital piece of information for the story, I think.
Oh, I was getting to it.
Oh, I thought that was it.
No!
Oh, okay, carry on. Sorry.
No, so I was driving and I hit, and then I got here and I was like, that's the second time it's happened to me in the last 2 times I've come here. And it happened to me on the way back when I dropped you off. Every single light was green. And different times of the day, different traffic lights, different routes. And I was like, this is really weird. And then I saw a TikTok and it was basically saying, that these people believe that everybody has some sort of kind of like cosmic power in terms of like, you could be really lucky with traffic lights, you could always wake up on time, your toast is always rightly toasted. Like, it's not just a coincidence, you could just have that like cosmic power where it just works out in that way, and that's the one thing that you do right. And I thought that was really sweet.
It is really sweet.
That like everybody has one thing that they know will always work.
That is really sweet, but why haven't I got that?
But maybe, like, if you've really thought about it, there could be one thing that is so mundane, like you've always got toothpaste, or like the water's always the right temperature.
You've always got toothpaste.
Like, there just always seems to be toothpaste in the tube.
Probably more so to do with, like, I'm gonna buy some toothpaste. I was with you with everything until you brought toothpaste into it, because that's just kind of logical.
Oh. Like, the water's always warm, or like, I don't know, like, the toilet never blocks, no matter how much you poop.
Yeah, I do agree with you in some sense. I don't know, I believe in like energies and stuff, but I have such a scientific mind that I just sometimes can't, that I just have to find an explanation to everything. Obviously there are some things that you can't explain.
But I do just think, like, there must be someone in the world, every single time they make toast, no matter what the toaster is, no matter what the time of day is, no matter what the bread is, it's always right.
Yeah.
Or their food is always heated up to the right amount.
It's quite wholesome. It's quite a nice, reassuring thought.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
And I just think it's really sweet that, like, you might not have found it yet. The pattern might not have emerged because you don't do it very often.
Yeah.
I just think it's really sweet.
It is very sweet. I'd like to think everybody has that.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in psychics.
No. I think that they're scam artists.
Absolute load of tosh. It is.
Do you know what? I was watching Ted Lasso the other day, and there's a scene where Rebecca, who's the boss of the football club, goes to a psychic because her mum goes to it or something. And obviously there's like so many scenes in TVs and movies where like the psychic goes, you're going to have a child, like da da da. And Rebecca turns around and she goes, you're fucking disgusting. You're cruel. Because you're like, you're not even preying on the harmless, you're being cruel.
Mm.
You're taking money from people and you're giving them hope for something that might never happen. You don't know the circumstances.
Mm.
And she just absolutely ripped into her, and I was like, that is absolutely deserved.
Yeah. I just think it's there's always such a high likelihood, like it's never ever specific. It's never specific. It's such a generalized thing that could happen to anybody, and like it's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
And like I know that some people seek psychics to like give them some reassurance or hope, and that's fine. You want to spend money on it and it makes you feel better, that is fine. But just live in the moment. Like trying to foresee your own future, I don't like that, because it's like you can pretty much work towards something, or if it's something you can't control, why are you dwelling on it? Because it's just going to ruin your life.
Yeah.
I just find it really pointless.
Absolutely. I agree. Like, you can go and you can pay the money, but I don't think that psychics should take the money.
No.
If you, I personally think, right, and I'm sure there's going to be someone that has a different opinion, and that's absolutely fine, but I personally think that if you were psychic and you knew that you had that gift, give it to people.
I would use it so sparingly as well. Like, I would only really want to use it for good. I wouldn't want to use it to make money.
Exactly.
It just doesn't sit right with me.
And I know that, like, obviously if it's your gift, you're going to want to use it to, like, make money and whatever, but, like, you could get another job. What would you say if I turned around to you when I first met you, or, like, after about a year of knowing you, and was like, I'm psychic?
I'd say, no, you're not, and that'd be the end of the conversation.
What if I told you something, like, really specific?
Say, freak! Burner at the stake!
What?
Or I'd turn you into the government and get you turned into a doormat.
Oh, doormat?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And keep all your secrets.
I feel like the government turns, like...
Maybe that's what the magic carpet was. A superpower got turned... Superhero got turned into a doormat.
It was a carpet.
Potato. Comme ci, comme ça.
Rugged carpet.
Well, the food that I got Maisie to try was so rancid that we filmed it in the car just in case she threw up. So I'm going to insert the clip of it.
It now.
I was presented with something that I've never tried before, but have always wanted to try. But the problem, it was a really cheap version of what it was. So, because I tried it, you have to try it.
It's not caviar, is it? Ah! No! Absolutely not.
How did you guess that?
Because of the way that you were talking about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you have to. I didn't throw up from this. I only threw up from the meal.
No. No, Stella, no, I won't. I'm not doing it.
I thought it would be better to do it in here than it would be to do it in the pub, because then you can, like, get out if you need to.
No, I'm actually gonna, like, I'm not eating that. Ew!
I don't think you even touched it.
I did.
I'll check back on the footage.
I absolutely did, because I felt it on my tongue.
What did it taste like?
It was salty, and it was the fact that it was little balls. Oh.
So now I can tell you the truth. I threw up.
Oh my god!
maybe not throw up, but it made me think a little bit too much about something else that's salty. And then I just kind of went and spat it out, and like, it wasn't just, you know, it wasn't that. I heaved.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Pub Logic. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Head over to our TikTok and our Instagram to give us a follow, and
Spotify. We're now on Spotify. So if you're having a little commute, or you just don't like the look of us, but you like our voices, go give us a follow on Spotify.
We'll add the link into the bio to it.
Yeah, and if you don't like and subscribe, Maisie's going to tell you your future. And it's going to be hideously wrong.
But you will believe it.